Happy Valentine's Day! Lots of kisses to all our lovely TMTM followers. Thank you for your continued support, and we're sending you lots of love on what is a very loving day. So what we thought we'd do for Valentine's Day is answer a few little questions, and we're going to ask each other questions and hopefully get some interesting answers. So here we go.
So my question for Zoe is, Valentine's Day, do you love it, Zoe, or do you think it's a waste of money and like a bit of a con? Not saying I do, but I do. So what do you think?
I do love it. I love it because it's a perfect excuse to do something special for each other. But I do, in terms of waste of money, I think that it is in a way, because the shops just are filled with just so much Valentine's Day stuff. I think it's a waste of money if you buy loads of little knickknacks that he's just not gonna like, because men don't really like that, do they? I don't know, I'm kind of half and half. We don't ever go out for a meal, so if that's a waste of, we always just stay in, because we don't want to be with all the couples, and we don't want to find it difficult to find a place in a restaurant, and we just want to, you know, have a chilled one most of the time anyway. So yes, I'm kind of half and half on that one.
Killing, what has been your worst ever Valentine's Day?
So, Georgia, thanks for that question. Worst Valentine's ever? Well, to be honest, I can actually say I haven't really had one, but I think that's because I'm not really that bothered about Valentine's Day. I know it's nice to kind of have a nice meal or get flowers or be spoiled, and I do like that. I'm not a total Scrooge, but I also think it's just a bit of a con, and so if I've ever been on my own, I'm normally with my mates, or I'm just not that bothered. Or I've had nice Valentines with, obviously, Keith now and past boyfriends, so I wouldn't say I've had a terrible Valentine's.
Georgia, what is your most romantic experience?
So, thank you, Zoe. What is my most romantic experience? Is this X-rated or? No, I'm joking. I am joking. Probably my most romantic experience, and it's going to sound really soppy, is being proposed to by my lovely husband Danny. We went abroad and we had a very, very romantic dinner on the beach, and he got me to try and line up the horizon in my camera, you know, when it comes up in like the squares, so you've got to try and like line it up. So he was trying to get me to line up the horizon. Little did I know he was getting down on one knee behind me. So yeah, and we cried a lot. So I'd probably say that was my most romantic experience.
Rose, love is?
Love is, well, obviously I'm going to say me and Keith, which is probably the most format answer ever. That's quite a hard one, because I guess love is lots of things, but it's just being happy, that's what I'd say.
My lovely little Zoe, what would be your dream Valentine's Day?
My most dream Valentine's Day would be just to share it with Chris. The last couple of years we haven't actually had a Valentine's Day together because he's been away from work, or I've been away from work. So this year he's finally here in this country and he's not working. So we're just going to have a really chilled one and just spend the day together, cook and chill out.
So, Georgia Jones, before Danny, of course, have you ever sent, and make sure you tell us the truth, or received an anonymous Valentine? So have you ever had someone that you secretly admire at school or anything, and you've given them a card with a question mark, or have you ever received one?
Oh, good one, Rose. Have I ever given or received anonymous Valentine's cards? Well, unfortunately, I've never ever received any. I remember I was that one girl at school that all the other girls would be getting cards and roses from their admirers, and I would never get anything. Apart from I did used to get one, and it would always be kind of like in my room at home, and it would always have a question mark and it was from my mum, bless her heart, every year without fail. However, she stopped doing that now, which I'm a little bit gutted about. So yeah, I suppose if I was to answer the question honestly, yes, I have, but it was from my mother and my dad. So not really that romantic, but the thought was there. Thanks, Mum, I appreciate it.
And that's what we all think to Valentine's Day, and we hope that you lot, whatever you might be doing, have a great time and get lots of love. Happy Valentine's!